Good morning, wrestling fans. Today is Saturday, June 1st, 2024. Lance Brock here. Hope everybody remembered to change their calendars this morning. I definitely remembered to change both my WWE Legends and AEW calendars this morning. Hope everyone has been having a great Saturday morning so far on this Saturday episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans. Unfortunately, once again, have to apologize for no new episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic last night. So I'm going to go over last night's SmackDown real quick right now at this time, and actually not really a lot of eventful things took place last night on SmackDown, but we had Tommaso Ciampa, one half of DIY, defeating Austin Theory. Andrade El Idolo defeated Apollo Crews, who most recently has been competing on WWE Speed. The Bloodline, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, a reunion of the Gorillas of Destiny, defeated the Street Profits. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven defeated Bayley and Naomi. But probably the most eventful thing to take place on SmackDown last night was the closing segment with the phenomenal AJ Styles supposedly announcing his retirement from pro wrestling. And it was a very good segment from AJ Styles. Thought he did a great job in this. But the only problem I really had with it is that when he called out Cody Rhodes, well, first he had the Good Brothers out there. They did the Too Sweet hand sign. But when he called out Cody Rhodes to the ring, you might as well have just put and flashed on the screen angle alert. Because, like I said, right when he called Cody out, you could tell that it wasn't a legit retirement announcement, and Styles ends up nailing Cody with a clothesline after Cody raised his arm each side of the ring and then went out to the floor on the steel steps, hitting a Styles Clash to the arena floor. So that was last night's Friday night SmackDown. Like I said, the most eventful segment from the show last night was the closing segment with the AJ Styles retirement speech. But I'm going to say the wrestling on the show was really that bad, though. That was SmackDown last night. And also last night we had AEW Rampage. We saw a pretty fun match between Konosuke Takeshita defeating Penta El Zero Miedo in an AEW TNT Championship Eliminator match. And the big man Saddam Singh defeated Pretty Peter Avalon. The AEW Women's World Champion Timeless Toni Storm defeated Viva Van in an AEW Women's World Championship Eliminator match. Not a bad match there. Kyle O'Reilly defeated Jordan Cruz. And in the main event of Rampage, and even though it was announced earlier this week, on Tuesday, I believe that the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, has exited AEW, did not renew his contract, but I think when I talk about a Rampage episode, I am still going to say this anyway. And as Mark Henry would say during his time in AEW, it looks like there's been enough talk. It's time for the main event. And in the main event, we saw Rey Fenix, one half of the Lucha Brothers, take on one half of Private Party, Isaiah Cassidy. And this one was another fun match between these two, with Rey Fenix getting the win. Really good match in the main event of Rampage. I would recommend checking this one out. Same goes for Takeshita and Penta as well. So that was our Friday night pro wrestling lineup for last night. SmackDown and Rampage. And tonight, on this Saturday night is alright for fighting, because AEW Collision is back on its regular night time and channel, 8 p.m. Eastern on TNT tonight. And we have the AEW International Championship on the line as the champion, the aerial assassin Will Ospreay, defends against Kyle O'Reilly. Last night on Rampage, we saw Johnny TV put out a challenge to Claudio Castagnoli. That match will take place tonight. And in tag team action, Daniel Garcia and the wrestler Katsuyori Shibata will take on the Workhorsemen. We will hear from FTR, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler. Thunder Rosa taking on Rihanna Dorada. Roderick Strong, also last night on Rampage, said he was going to be the 10th entry in the Casino Gauntlet. So he was upset about that. And he said he's going to take it out on Leo Rush tonight. And Shane Taylor and Lee Moriarty, Shane Taylor Productions, taking on the West Coast Wrecking Crew. And another challenge that was put out on Rampage last night, the Cage of Agony. The Machine, Brian Cage, and the Gates of Agony put out a challenge for any trios team, any 3 men, to face them tonight on Collision. Remember, Collision airs tonight, back at its regular night, its regular time, its regular channel. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans on this Saturday. You can go in the comments section either right here on Spreaker, YouTube, or wherever you listen to the podcast at, and leave your thoughts and your comments and your opinions on last night's WWE SmackDown and AEW Rampage. Hope everyone enjoys AEW Collision tonight. And I will talk to everyone tomorrow for the Sunday morning episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans. And until then, have a great pro wrestling day.